He's taking on the big shots and working hard to get you answers. 8 on your side, Steve Andrews investigates.
A trip to the dentist ended his life. His parents want to know if the state is punishing or protecting the doctor involved. The Board of Dentistry wants that dentist's license revoked.
Instead, the Florida Department of Health seems more interested in avoiding a court fight by offering this doctor one settlement after another settlement. And 8 on your side, senior investigative reporter Steve Andrews is back now because you have another agreement on the table. You've seen it.
Yeah, I haven't. The state is just playing nicey-nicey here, it seems. It just refuses to go after this doctor's license, despite what one member of the Board of Dentistry called this the worst case he's ever seen.
Good job.
Where kindness and love once sat in the Odessa home of Maureen and Gary Myers,
There's just a void there.
their 39-year-old son, Tommy, is gone.
My 2 grandchildren who absolutely adored him, they're growing up without him.
Tommy died nearly 5 years ago, shortly after a visit to Grand Dentistry in Newport Richey. On the Grand Dentistry webpage, Tommy's doctor, Veronica Thompson's quoted mission is to provide comprehensive quality dentistry in a professional, reliable way. Gary and Maureen Myers argue what happened to their son was hardly quality dentistry. A Department of Health investigation into Tommy's death accuses Dr. Thompson of making at least 7 mistakes, including administering too much anesthesia, 4 times the maximum safe dose recommended for a healthy adult. Shortly afterward, Tommy stopped breathing.
The office wasn't prepared for this emergency, and shame on her for that.
Nearly 5 years later, no one has answered for Tommy's death. The Board of Dentistry recommended Dr. Thompson's license be revoked. Instead, on multiple occasions, the Department of Health offered to settle the case with Dr. Thompson. Here's the latest offer: a 1-year license suspension, a $10,000 fine, pay $26,000 for investigative costs, continuing education, and take a state laws and rules exam.
She goes back to school. She learns how to do emergency protocol. She learns how to do airway, and she loses her license for a year. Is that all my son's life is worth? 1 year suspension? Shame on them.
I think there's some things that happened in there that we don't know the answers to, and if they settle for this, we're not going to ever know the answers.
The Myers want Dr. Thompson's license revoked. The only way to do that is for DOH to take her before an administrative law judge. In December 2017, Dr. Thompson signed this form disputing the allegations against her, demanding a hearing before an administrative law judge. Do you want a hearing?
I definitely want a hearing, because I think there will be so many things that will come out in that hearing that is being covered up in this whole investigation.
And I want the truth, and it's not happening.
It's not happening, and Maureen Myers wants to know why.
Is this because my child had special needs? If it would have been a normal child or a normal person, would they have fought harder? I mean, that's in the back of our heads.
Makes you wonder. Tommy Myers' parents want justice. They worry the state has dragged this out so long, the board may approve this settlement come August just to get this thing off the docket.
Sounds like both sides want a hearing.
Yeah, everybody wants a hearing.
But you have a settlement agreement, and this is a new one. What's different about this one compared to the previous?
The big thing is the 1-year suspension of her license, and the cost of the state's investigation rose to $26,000. Now, one attorney for the state pointed out to board members litigation is risky and expensive. And you want to talk about cost? Talk to Gary and Maureen Myers about the emotional cost of losing a child.
My goodness. All right. Thank you, Steve. If you have a problem you want Steve to investigate, call our 8 on your side helpline at 1-800-338-0808.